conclusion. So they synchronize everything now. You know, mean saying that duplicity. No, it is not duplicity.
Where the Lincoln issue?
The Lincoln issue.
Findings.
The Lincoln issue is another one. We are a criminal-led institution. Another issue again where the public need clarification on is the degrees to which we do investigation. We, the ACC, is a criminal-based institution, and we standard of proof is beyond all reasonable doubt. And we take into consideration legal principles like a man dies with his indictment and all these things. But the commissions of inquiry is a quasi-criminal process. So the commissions of inquiry, they apply both civil and criminal processes in their work. And the use standard for making them hold somebody liable is not beyond all reasonable doubt. It's just for establish a case against you. For example, they go look money, say you were a minister, there was money in an account, you were careless to make sure that the money is paid properly to the people and the money got lost. So you, Mr. Minister, you will pay. The ACC cannot do that. The ACC has to specifically apportion responsibility. So therefore shows that minister then are responsible for withdraw that money there and apply them to in private use. So in Limco Queen, for example, we came out with a conclusion, yes, but our conclusion was that everything turns around Dr. Ba. He was the leader, he went to Malaysia, he is the one who came with Limco Queen in Sierra Leone, working with a guy called Feinstein, and therefore since Dr. Ba died, and we are a criminal-led institution, a man dies with his indictment, therefore a key component of the Limco Queen investigation was no longer existing, and therefore we think say the government will go ahead and renegotiate with Limco Queen. That was a conclusion which we can now review in the light of what has come from the commissions of inquiry. It does not mean we will change our position, but we'll review it and see whether our position remains the same or it don't remain the same.
Now they open the investigations because now the white paper don't talk about it again. What kind of review now they do against a
review? Yes, a review. A review means circumstances don't arise we make you look at again who's you be there before for determine whether.
So now they go back to the case.
We look at the case again and determine whether in the light of the conclusions of the commissions of inquiry, whether what we say remains the same and will inform the public if it remains the same, or whether the circumstances of the commission of inquiry don't change anything, which means they will therefore change position. That is basically what a review is about. So they review everything again, basically just looking at what the commission of inquiry say, what will be done do, and just come out with the position. Not to foresee when they open a new investigation, begin invite people, then begin take statement again. No, it could be a desk review. It could be the commissioner sitting down, working with the investigators involved. We looked at the facts and circumstances of the case. We summarize what the commission of inquiry don't do, and we take a decision there and then.
All right. Continue for the between the program. Francis Ben Kaifala, ACC Commissioner. They come back to you.
Thank you.
8 o'clock now the time for my studio clock. Could they go to this short commercial break? Who come go continue with the discussion at the studio.
Commercial Bank don't new banking products them for make life easy. With Million online and Million mobile app, you can able for use Salon Link money transfer for send money to anybody elect you not get bank account. Transfer or receive money now the same bank or any other bank. Transfer money to person or office elect you not get the account number. Buy Ed-Salite, pay other bill them, and now get advanced salary. You don't need for worry again but almost money then you earn. Because you can able for pay for things the way you buy in a supermarket and other shop them with the quick response code payment. Yagbadon done for the boss man them. With Beyond Online Direct, you can upload salary, pay all you supplier them, sell for Salon Commercial Bank and watch your account anytime. If you need the app, download them from Google Play Store or any Apple Store or go to Salon Commercial Bank website www.slcb.com. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, delivering value.
Commercial Bank. All right, we continue with the program. 1 minute after 8, now the time for most studio clock, and we get the ACC boss now this morning. They talk about the thing them we get for the case them we get for investigate inside the white paper report we come out now do. Commissioner, we'll come back to you, and you've been they talk about investigations they won't have been do, come out with findings, and other one them won't do. We will not ever come out with findings. One of which now the Routile matter. I don't know if wanna be come out with findings pan the Routile matter.
You're very right. We don't investigate thoroughly the Routile matter. We at the end of but one of the issues that will be don't keep aside. Whilst we wait for the Commission of Inquiry for conclude so that we go synchronize outcomes.
But why?
So even that one day in the next few weeks, we will now review we position in light of the conclusions of the Commission of Inquiry and then come out with an absolute position. Look, I don't tell when I say we roll with the Commission of Inquiry. It's complementary. It is complementary. If it's complementary, it means we are working together. They are helping us, we are helping them.
So what you
So
go say?
at the end of the day, as somebody really in charge of the health of the fight against corruption in the country, I had to be strategic. I had to make sure that we don't confuse the system, and that they make on that important issues. Then even though we be done with investigations long term, we decide for wait and see what is going to come out.
So what you go say to people who say all this now been strategy because the SEC be able for investigate some of the issues there, if not all of the issues they were inside this Commission of Inquiry, but you do your own and then the Commission self don't do your own.
Well, like I say, the fight against corruption are huge, the sea, and the issues are many. And commissions of inquiry are lawful under our laws in Sierra Leone. The laws then provide, say, in fact, the Constitution provides, say, it can happen. And the Constitution, the one that we set them up, invoke for do so. We in our Parliament set we up by law. And we roll now for also fight corruption. So like I say, it's a question of us, and then they make everything don't play out very beautifully. Because if we for don't conclude everything and they do everything, we for don't remove from the essence of the Commission of Inquiry. What we did is to make sure the Commission of Inquiry has a life of its own. It do in own as it able do. The few issues they will be able to come out with them. But again, many of them we wait and say, let we wait until we sister than they do, wait till we brother than they do, and we synchronize them. And I think say everything don't play out very well. It also is like it will help we for make sure say because there is a second check. There is a second check on what the Commission of Inquiry has done. There's a second check on what we the ACC don't do. And so we're able to look at them and be when we come out to the public, we now come out with a more informed position because like they always say, 2 heads are better than one, and in this case we get 2 heads, not just 1 head.
Still inside the issue we get for do with sales of the Sierra Routile. Where you go inside the government white paper paragraph 18, we talk about the Sierra Routile. They talk about secrecy and shady dealings where they happen during the sales, and safe paragraph B 18B, they talk about the issues them and how illegal it be happen, and name certain people where the first person the first time president and is by Coma. It mentioned Dr. Samura Kamara and John Bono Sisi. Where una the review according to your words there, so una the review back some of the investigation there. Una they investigate all them 3 people there, so or una they do it individually.
We'd already investigate. We already get conclusions there. And I can tell you for a fact
so how
that the Sierra Routile deal was very shady. It was done without following proper processes. It was done without respect for the tax laws of Sierra Leone. For example, when they decide for reach the tax, the $8 million tax we then pay, I can tell you for a fact that Sierra Routile be responsible for pay tax over $100 million. So how they reach the conclusion for say Sierra Routile should pay $8 million was completely shady, was irresponsible, was careless.
So quickly,
and as I can speak with you, all the authorities that were involved in that issue don't confirm that themselves. Some of them talk and say they could not understand. Then confirm say yes, the decision on the taxing was done like a rule of thumb. So, like you can just sit down and talk, say, okay, you for pay 150 million, well the country had up right now, give you 8 million.
So if we don't do
then a remand arrangement that one day. Mr. And these are the kinds of things that we have to avoid as a country.
So if we don't do these investigations, we already get on a conclusion according to you, we be wait for the recommendations from the COI, and you self confirm some of the same things they're waiting at the government white paper, or they talk about shady dealings them and some secrecy will be happen in the transaction them. Is it that on a conclusion on a get and the COI being kind of similar, or on a being compare notes at some point?
No. We not ever get. I don't ever get contact with the judges of the COI. They don't ever get contact with me. Definitely will not get no relationship whatsoever.
So why you keep?
We are the ACC. In fact, even when they set up the committee for look into the white paper report, I decided to say I not to get involved at all. I was totally removed from the process.
So why
Because we
so
are the
why you
ACC
keep the
mindful, we mindful of our independence, and we want to make sure say we keep that independence because we are the gatekeepers for the fight against corruption.
So why you hold on the report until the COI report come out? If the report's been come out otherwise, say you not name then 3 people there so in the commission.
Because now the principle of complementarity.
So if the commission the report will come out, then 3 people there then name not they inside the report. You for be go ahead and publish.
Oh yes, I they come out and say there is an aspect we will not look into. Look am. I am telling you. In fact, the COI not even deal with the tax aspect of the Sarah Routile deal. Now we deal with her.
Normally,
So you see how we complement ourselves. They left out the tax aspect. They looked at more whether the shares were properly valued, whether they were carefully valued, whether the right rates were paid, and all these things. We zoomed in on the tax aspect which they were blindsided on, and we are now coming in to say, hey, here is another aspect of this investigation. And I can tell you for fact, everybody were involved in that decision making don't sit down with we and admit to the fact say the tax was irresponsibly decided.
the ACC now one institution where people know for they come out with information through una various press releases they wanna can pull. For example, anytime una secure indictments or una get news say corruption they happen and una can inform the public, and several una can don't do una investigations and come back with outcome to the public. Waiting different in them cases there where you say una been decide for keep waiting na be the outcome of the investigation, most especially where people on the point and by the ACC say una can do selective justice.
What's different about them is that another institution be they look into aspects of the same investigation. As a responsible leader of the fight against corruption in Sierra Leone, I therefore fit into the overall scheme of things as far as the fight against corruption is concerned. As long as it not involve the politics of harm, as long as it not involve descending to political witch hunting, as long as it is done professionally and fairly, I suppose for what you would call deference to them, I suppose for respect to them.
But Parliament can they investigate, una self can they investigate side by side.
Right now, Parliament they investigate, but Kuti also they investigate side by side.
Yeah.
But still, we can wait for some time for my Parliament conclude. And I make, for example, in the 2018 audit report, although we never investigate many issues, now I make you see say we they release the issues that we don't serialize them. Okay, we don't release 3 serial series of the audit reports, and we do them in consultation with Parliament because they get constitutional jurisdiction over them. Right. So we not go reach conclusion with different from conclusion where Parliament don't reach. We they synchronize, we look at them and see, and sometimes because we get more manpower, we get more expertise for deal with the issues, we the able correct whatsoever mistakes them processes then they take. And that's the same thing they happen now, and complementarity.
Continue for the between the program. Francis Bankefala in the ACC boss this morning. It talk about the role where the ACC get for play in the COI and white paper reports we come on do. Well, the time for us studio clock now 10 minutes after 8. Still on the COI and white paper reports we come on do. They go to BDO now an auditing firm. We been the audits the Ebola money and we been there in this country. When the white paper report come out, the name they inside they say they for pay back couple we according to them with the investigation fair not but. Well, Samuel Noldred, now the managing partner for BDO, he say BDO gets all documents for show say they not get nothing for refund to government because no money no be there in their personal accounts. He explained more to Usman Kamara.
We do audit, we do accountancy, we do taxation work, and we do advisory work, and that includes fiduciary work.
The white paper come out on Thursday with the president Pulanado, and one of the farm women they manage the Ebola fund, and we see on page video for reform 52,000 United States dollar. We want to see this inside this paper. What do you think about that?
Well, it surprised we all because so you go recall so me going at the Commission of Inquiry and we cooperated fully as witnesses and we were never persons of interest. But also, I mean, I think everybody see all the questions they were asked. We even get dozen trunks of paper, you know, the paper that we take process transactions. And they selected as many as they wanted to review, and they were satisfied. So it really surprised me that this kind of recommendation come out in the white paper.
That's meaning we not get nothing for refund.
No, we don't get money for refund because we manage the funds, and at the end of the project, all the money we been did left na the project accounts there. Money not been there now we pass office accounts. All the money we left then at the project accounts. So it sounds really fair. We are being asked to refund something which.
As you rightly say, we not get any money for refund because any plans there for engage government on that. Understand say things will happen.
Well, we are not legal experts, so we will therefore rely on legal experts for guide way through the process. But I think one thing we want to make clear now that we feel no responsibility and for clarity to it happen because a clear misinformation is probably the commission be understand get for refund money, which is not the case, like I already explained. But then the commission never called us for me to go explain to them with documents that we get for me to understand. Say, I mean, what they have is not quite right.
All right. As you say, una no mean get the money no mean on our account directly. For the benefit of listeners, any idea they outside this money and now they?
As I don't say before, at the end of the project, all remaining funds maintained at the project accounts. But this particular money that they talk about, where they mention at the report, now World Bank money. And as per the instruction we been received from the World Bank, we been sign and deliver all documentation for effective transfer to IHPU.
All right. Well, we want to apologize for that insert today. We did a small technical challenge, but we'll definitely play that interview day. Now we subsequent program them. That's now Samuel Noldade, the managing partner for BDO. They confirm to Usman Kamara say BDO gets all documents for sure. Say they not get nothing for refund to government because no money no be there na BDO them personal accounts. Well, they go for this short music break.
Politician, able, waiting they have been so. Body no one for no, man they now find countries alone. Waiting they have been so. Body no one for no, man they now find Sierra Leone is blessed, all minerals and resources. Yes, still progress.
Say that we go wait to be happy. You know what to talk about Cuba list, we follow now. If you're not the sky with the light, we see this something that we don't know why. City cash, we go wait to be happy. So we're back to the backyard for look. We're gonna friend education, we know the left and so. Go on account, we're able to see the rest. No quality, no quantity, not the trans property. Word.
Sierra Leoneans,
Right, well, I hope say when I enjoy that music there. Here we Salon, we country Salon music, we combine artists then do. Now the program Good Morning Salon, where they come to you from 98.1 FM, 17 minutes after 8. Now the time for most studio clock. Let me take this short break where we come and continue the program.
Because money easy for loss, like how it easy for broke egg. You save not for life you couple business to people that will not sabi, and one day we get ben. Union Trust Bank get all the correct and master sabi people them for help make you couple better. We na Union Trust Bank team up Tiranga, so your money go fine with no wahala, and you no go get we kind service no other side. Make good use of we SMS alert where they show you your money transaction. Enjoy the internet banking services for check your accounts. Safe, you can visit my website on www.utb.sl for no more, but we order plenty products and service them. Now Union Trust Bank, excellence now it's on card. Union Trust Bank, the force and true Salomon Bank.
Alright, so they continue with the program. Good morning, Salon, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Continue for send we you text message through the text line, and self if you do actually on our Facebook page. Drop your message now we comment section as we still get the commissioner for the Anti-Corruption Commission, Francis Ben Kaifala. We will read all of our messages them later on at the program. When they look at more issues them, and now they go to the Ministry of Gender and Children's Affairs when they get the responsibility for protect picking them and safe picking their rights and other thing them. Well, this make the ministry they work with other organization them where they look after picking them and safe for pool picking them within a street and take care of them. Well, this being time, the ministry be they do some survey so and get that data of picking them within a street. For sake of this, the Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs, Manti Tarawali, say now about 20,000 picking them they in a street all over the country. It talk more, but then PK also end this data inside this interview to Mange Mansari.
Because the picking are into different segments. We get, for example, street children. We get 20,000 picking them where they live on the streets, nationally in Sierra Leone. That's a massive problem. We get girl picking them where they suffer sexual violence, we also for deal with. So the category them when it comes to street children, we employ some different strategies then on street children. We are looking at prevention and we are looking at response. So prevention, how you prevent the number for increase, because let people not feel say it attractive for come on and us, because they send me say go to so side, I say I know they go, me I don't begin now, go send me before that they pack meeting there come on. Let them know the difficulty. We they begin for target picking in our schools. Under family life education with a module there for talk about street. Let people be understand that it's not attractive. It's not attractive to be on the street. When lockdown come, we ministry go around for feed picking them across the country and within a street. If you see picking them 2-3 days, they know it. Then they don't. They know it.
So, Minister, somebody would wonder who's going to get that statistics there.
We are working with a lot of NGOs where they work on the streets. Where they work with Street Child, where they work with Don Bosco, where they work with SOS, where they work with all of them. We are even now going to create a national database where they get all the picking their name and their picture alongside, so that we know who side they're there, so that we go able to provide services then for them whilst they are on the streets. Ultimate goal now for make the picking be reunited with family. Now the ultimate goal. But we say not possible. We therefore make sure say we take care of them as they're there. We have 20,000. No joke. 10 years from now, they're no longer children. They're adults. They no learn book. They no get skill. How you handle them. So that's what we they think ahead of and say what are we going to do. So one provide skills for them. One make sure so they get medical, and we get seen that we'll be able to help them. Some of them for return home. Find how for bridge the gap between them and their families so that they can go get home, and then also prevent new one then for can't join. Make the number not increase, because then it becomes a spiral of a problem. We'll just increase now we have.
If you talk to social workers, they go tell you say forget picking off the streets. Naturally very difficult because after some time they go they back. So how will I get for the prevent them kind of thing?
Again, that's another good question. Inside the 20,000 kids that are school that are street kids, you have two categories. You get a category of the child where is living off the streets. That means to say that picking day not take it na streets. It don't come, but not take it na streets. Down there for fen home for her, it not difficult too much. Fen adoption for the other person taker. You able to make within self mediation within family. Within ever na the issue, then try for fix those issues and help the family and support the family for let it go back. We get very good results on some of those. The one we act, now the one we don't take na streets. Nobody no want her for let go to her. And people themselves no want her for let her. No home no day where you go say they go care and go for adoption.
So what you now go do for them?
So then one day now they will they part of the database follow provide services them for them whilst they're on the streets. And then find homes for them, the model, because right now when they talk to you, so we know say institutionalization does not work because you put them all together in institutions, we get the statistics, we get the reports, it does not work. It doesn't help the situation, but there's a new model where then we test in Kenya, where we also want test, where it's putting in clusters maybe of 5, of 10 in a house, and then put some supervisor there for help. So we're trying to test those models. So let's see how they model then they, I go work, and if you work, they'll be able to scale up for put them. Some of the Pekin except no one in a house. Some of the Pekin, we have this impression, say then are street, then are Pekin, oh, now get them, now put them into home, then everything will be okay. Some don't even want to be in a home. You tell them, say, you go put them at this place, they no one for Didi. So it's a difficulty, but it's one that we must address, and we are trying to.
And then you talk about the harmonization of the two acts. You mean the Child Rights Act and the other one, and customary. Customary, they talk about 16 years with the consent of the parents. Then the Child Act, they say 18 years. So what is the harmonization we now do?
Okay, we have two conflicting laws, as you've just said. We get the Child Rights Act of 2007 that talks about marriage at age 18 and above. We get the Customary Marriage Act that talks about age 16 with parental consent. It's causing problems. Will they see picking any marriage with 16? They see picking people and they will marry with 18. So we are going to repeal the 16, and we have one law when are 18 and above. So nobody no go married again, no legal married no day, we go be from 18 and under. It go be from 18 and above, where you're not adults, and you able make a decision for yourself, you able vote, so you able now say, okay, I don't choose this wife or I don't choose this man for marriage. That's what we're doing.
All right, that's the Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs, Mantita Awalibi. They talk to Mangen Mansare inside that interview day. Also, if they talk about data where he say the ministry get, and according to this data, about 20,000 picking them dinner streets all over the country.
Right, 25 minutes after 8, and at the time for most studio clock, we come back to the commissioner and the program this morning. Mr. Ben Kefala, where you start for talk earlier, I talk about it all, look at detailed of the reports with specific instructions to the ACC. And you make mention of the 3 main points them when I don't look at the full spreadsheets of the all assets. Wanna also go recover through the Ministry of Justice, recover money them inside 90 days where they ask them for refund, the one they will get for refund. And the commission gets special requests say they investigate special cases them. Where then cases then they want to investigate apart from the one they don't talk about. Who's one them inside this the white paper wanna go for specifically now investigate?
Anyone we refer to for investigation. And then they for example, Justice Atuguba basically does just scratch the surface of many things. They refer a lot of things to the ACC for do so, on the grounds that they not get enough time for do so. Even the other judges. So we don't do a summary spreadsheet of all the findings of the respective judges, from Atuguba to Biobele to Justice Bankwale Thompson, and they all refer issues them to we for make we look into them. And we don't do that. We target matrix. That are the people that we involve, waiting they're responsible for, waiting that directive to the ACC, waiting that the next steps for ACC. And then they would only do from Thursday with the report come out to yesterday. And now we begin action in the next few weeks.
So now they begin action by next week. When they call them persons of interest they are so the commission.
Yes, anybody where we supposed to investigate, we get for invite them.
So if somebody not go, he say na in lawyer they represent her.
We get powers of arrest. We not get business with lawyers. If you lawyer come, you dey come with in client, but lawyer no dey come sit down for make statement to the ACC. Lawyer no dey come for provide answers to the ACC. If lawyer come for make statement to the ACC, it means the lawyer himself is a person of interest. So we not to commissions of inquiry. If we invite you for camp, we give you specific time with notices that can prescribe. Some notices that are forthwith, which means immediately. Some notice that will give you 2 days. Some notice that will give you 1 week. It depends on your own workload. It depends on the issue. It depends on waiting. But apart from that, we even get powers of arrest without any notice at all. We get power for break-in. We get power for open doors. I get power for sign search warrants as commissioner. So these are all things which are available to us, which the Commission of Inquiry does not have. So anybody we ACC invite for CAM, it ain't the person interest for CAM by himself, willfully, he go work at CAM, nothing not going to happen to him, we go investigate. One thing that is assured the general public is that for the past 2 years, going to 2.5 years, we don't show say we do work fairly and impartially. The times that way somebody not guilty, against all odds, we don't come out and say this person here, nothing not there against them. Times that we people that are guilty, we don't charge some of them to court. We get a very high conviction rate, the highest ever in the history of the ACC, which means say we synchronize and clean we evidence before we send an court. We also get the biggest recovery ever. The recovery we don't do right now past 25 billion news in the past 2 years alone. So it shows that we work very professional. We know what they do. If we invite you, not for can answer. But if anybody want to test the powers of the commission as well, he can say no, they come, and then we will know what will happen.
Talking about lawyers, Mr. Commissioner, earlier you stated from where the issue of the COI and the white paper don't come, Radio Democracy don't host several people, including lawyers, we don't come and talk about incorrect things about the COI. What are some of them things here we go point out? See, people that don't make a public statement we incorrect about the COI.
What you mean to say is, first of all, the legal arguments. Okay, me a lawyer. Okay, I get wide experience in practicing law in the various courts of Sierra Leone. I also get education in aspects of the law, particularly constitutional law. And for example, the issue we get for do with the rules. I see lawyers they jump all over the place. They say illegal. Yes, rules are required. But what is clear is that the general provision in the Constitution say there shall be a committee we for make rules, we for govern commissions of inquiries in Sierra Leone. So we suppose to get a commissions of inquiry rules. We for be a standby rule so that a general rule where any commission of inquiry where they come, that rule they go apply to them. Okay? But that law has been in the Constitution since 1991. And a standby rule has not been made. Does that mean that commissions of inquiries cannot exist? Yes, they have existed in the past. They have come with conclusions which affected people's lives, and they went on.
But
so there is a clear error in the minds of those lawyers as to what the constitutional provision is about. The constitutional provision is saying there should be rules, but it does not mean that provision is specific to any particular commission of inquiry. If the rules are not there, the Constitution itself provides rules.
Mr. Commissioner,
so basically the lawyers are wrong, and I believe they are wrong. If they even go to the Supreme Court, I believe they will lose.
We're under the same lawyer them again in most cases, especially cases that will get for with public interest or way most sensitive. When I can interpret the Constitution to a way that way they suit on your narrative them.
Well, that is it's not entirely correct if you really understand the rules of constitutional interpretation. When we study, I study constitutional design. I study specifically constitutional interpretation. Now I tell you, there is a difference between a general provision and a specific provision. There is no provision in the Constitution which says that every commission of inquiry should have specific rules. It says that there shall be rules made by the committee for commissions of inquiry. Nothing stops for there being specific rules for those commissions. And those specific rules can be made by the commission of inquiry itself.
Well, and
as was done in this case. So when it comes to the legal issues, are very clear in my mind that they are wrong. And like I tell you, so are they saying that all the other commissions of inquiries they will be not happen without the rules being in place were illegal? That is the argument we have to put forward. And people have to be sincere with themselves when they are interpreting the Constitution. And I believe they are wrong, and they will be wrong even if they go to the Supreme Court.
So you continue to say the lawyers they're wrong. I believe saying now work now everybody gets an opinion. And
no. When it comes to legal issues, no.
Then an opinion.
You can have opinions on the fact, but the law is like mathematics. If it is right, it is right.
So let me look at other people, and we don't say they know the BDO, for example. You also get I see a statement from Karifa Kabo also, where people and they not call their name there in the we not come na the commission, but then when the reports come out at the end of the day, you see the name there inside it for you found something there. You they investigate also the kind of people in there.
Well, we will look at the issues. If na issue will warrant investigation, I don't tell you say from the beginning, say forget the commissions of inquiry. Anything we get for do with corruption, as long as it come to our attention, we get the right for look into it, for probe into it. So for example, issues like that, if, and let me understand this. If the commission of inquiry don't tell you say you for pay, okay, it is not an issue to argue with. It is something which you can either appeal against and have that order overturned, or you pay. So I see people that they go on social media, instead of taking steps that protect them. If, for example, Karifa Kabo feels say there is an order which touched and concern him from the commission of inquiry, which he thinks is wrong, what he can do is to make sure he goes and appeals against it. And we, as I don't tell people them, say we do not do illegal things. If you go get stay of execution, for example, at the court of appeal against the order where the commission of inquiry give against you, the ACC will not investigate you. But if you don't have a stay of execution, or if you don't have a discharge of the orders of the judges of the commissions of inquiry, not a way they can argue it.
Mr. Commissioner, will they come back to you? Let's just take this small break. We'll make money.
Rokel commercial bank don't make the waka with me bank na me phone. Rokel commercial bank go make you the waka with you bank na you phone. They been come with SIM couple and now they don't increase the facility. For sure say na them na the alagba from banking business na now they don't come with SIM couple plus. They don't come with SIM couple plus. This service go allow you for send money to person where they salon anytime you want. It no matter the mobile coming where you there. As you send me go get some quick one. What's nice inside salon you there? The money go reach you. It no matter if you there na the east, west, north, south. So secure then go na Google Play Store and search for the app SIM Couple Plus. I say download them. Follow the instructions and register your device. The process no long now if you reach 2 minutes. When you done the bank go send message na your phone. For confirm say na your phone number bang bang. Enjoy e-couple and more facilities. SIM Couple Plus e come for we all. You dey na city or village just na salon you dey. You e-couple go reach you dey. Enter top up safe now they under the facility. With e-couple you can cash out your money from any local commercial bank agent or branch all around the country.
Cause my bank alerts my bank, my checking on the bounce.
Ustem Salon go get bank where they all sign at the country.
Me mommy, the problem don't solve. Apex Bank Salon Limited, the bank where Bank of Salon give power for monitor and supervise them community bank and financial services association where they all sign a salon say, then get the biggest banking network in the country with over 17 community bank and 59 financial service association where a village bank you can buy shares and be proud shareholder, open current or savings accounts and access your money anytime you day. Apex Bank say, where you join and save with any of them community bank or financial service association, your life no go ever be the same again as you go get access to agricultural, commercial, salary and boku other loan products them for fine percentage and you go pay back at your own term.
So, waiting you they wait for? You be farmer, fisherman, petty trader, teacher, driver, okada or keke rider. Run go one term and go buy shares. You can open accounts and save money with any community bank or financial service association where Apex Bank they monitor and supervise for make your life go better.
Right, yes, can do business with Radio Democracy and see business go. The program na Good Morning Salon and they come to you from 98.1 FM. We still get the commissioner who they talk about the issues them they get for investigate na the commissioner for inquiry. Now the white paper report also we come on do. Now another issue also again, Commissioner, even though we don't talk about this cases them way we don't investigate cases, the same case them we don't go Parliament. Now the issue of the Ebola investigation where they make mention of Stephen Gauja in OBCC, where they also name mention in this report. So understand say we go to the ACC and give lists of all the vehicles them where they hand over to the commission, to the government and also ONS. So I could just really confirm if indeed they became a vehicle list of vehicles to the ACC, we will not be investigate them.
Well, I know say we speak to the all, including Gauja. OBCC, for example, me and get a very intimate conversation. It comes with a lot of evidence and details about the vehicles we hand over to me personally, and I call the investigators, then hand over to them. That investigations they not be done conclude. We intelligence department they work on them. So for OB issue now I make, even when the commission of inquiry they be come out and he begin raise issues with them, I get a conversation with them and say, calm down, allow this issue to be absorbed, we'll look into it as fairly as possible and come out with a conclusion.
But
so waiting at they say yes, indeed OB brought evidence to me, details to me about the vehicles.
So if
and who that they hand over them to, who side and go and things like that. But I don't know what exactly happened at the Commission of Inquiry. With the Commission of Inquiry come with your conclusion. We will only know that after we now go ahead with a thorough review of the issues and go down to the nitty-gritties of it, which we have not done because we have not had time to do that yet.
If the OBCC, for example, take the list of them Mutkadea all to you,
yes,
and the name now they in the commission say they for refund the over 200 motor cars they asked to,
yes,
and later the commission or the investigation can fair not say indeed they be get for they be don't hand over the motor car there already, don't cause you reputational damage. What this go mean now since you been get all the list of the motor car they way hand over to you?
Look, the processes where they deal with investigating corruption are not always perfect. There's always margin of error available everywhere. Sometimes when they be very unfair to we, because people think that it's perfection. It's not perfection. There's always room for correction somewhere. And I make most times where even with the ACC, we go put out 400 press release. The one press release where they get a mistake with I, the public they for don't pan and like say it's the worst thing that has ever happened. It is not. We are not doing perfection. We are doing our best for the good of the country. So even with this kind of situation, it's for us to now. I mean, there's what we call in warfare collateral damage. People them will not get really nothing for do with the war, but you cannot fight war without it affecting people, other people. There, for example, the host them with damage. For example, few people then they will get casualty without it being that they are necessarily culpable for the war. Fighting corruption is war, and I have always insisted that there will be collateral damage. The first interview I do at 98.1 in this very chair where I'm sitting, I talk and say there will be collateral damage as we go. The public has to understand this, and understanding this means say issues like this where reputational damages is true, but you have to understand that the overall scheme of things is to clean up the transparency space of the country. So one person in reputation, yes, is going to be damaged or affected, but the overall well-being of the country is what we are fighting for, and fighting for that will require everybody for support, including the one that with the reputation to be affected.
So how about Stephen in Mr. Gauja in matter? He be investigated also.
Stephen was investigated. He came to the ACC. He starts with me in my office. He went and makes statement.
And Parliament said be done with that matter there. Parliament also be investigate also that same issue there. So it's not the issue back where in still name the
Ebola investigation is not ever done. The Ebola investigation has not been concluded. We don't come out with aspects of the Ebola investigation. For example, we talk and say clearly in we press release number 1.
What do you mean, Mr. Commissioner?
On the Auditor General's report. Maybe if you wait Madon, you can understand what I mean.
What do you mean when you say the Ebola investigation not ever done, where we see Parliament investigate them, come out with their findings, they even make recommendation, where some part of recommendation, they then ban certain people not for all public office. And the recommendation there as of that time, they be sent them to the Attorney Generals in office for investigations.
I say the ACC. The Ebola investigation not ever done, and aspects of the Ebola investigation. For example, we come out with a press release we talk say the blanket no objection where the NPPA being at that time create room for a lot of corruption for a lot of things to happen and make them difficult for make we able to apportion blame, because they get institutions they will not even exist, but they were given contracts.
So is it that any,
so basically
any
what people they do is
they come na ACC, they reopen files?
No, you are mistaken. I am not reopening file. I am saying the investigation had not been completed, and no commissioner nor they will be ever done. If you get evidence say a commissioner be done the Ebola investigation, bring and come to me.
Right.
But I know that when I went to the ACC, the Ebola investigation had not even started. Okay, we don't start them now, and we don't go far with them. And aspects, because the issue is so wide, aspects of various aspects of we don't come and inform the public on them. For example, the vehicles who say OBC say name day, we not ever come public with them because we not conclude them yet. As I speak with you, we trace their vehicles then they. We trace some side away then they. We know say someday in the hands of people, someday in the hands of private citizens, someday in the hands of previous government officers, and we have been chasing them.
Right.
So we have not concluded on that aspect. So for conclude on the procurement aspect, not mean say we don't conclude the vehicles aspect. Now this we can understand.
Well, I take you now to the NATCOM issue, where una been done indict and charge the matter go court with convictions and say fines levied, and the COI come back, he find them same people they also wanting and order them for pay.
NATCOM?
Yes, the NATCOM matter.
Who that we charge na court from NATCOM?
The NATCOM matter where una be the investigator.
Who that we charge na court for NATCOM?
Mr. Commissioner, me and you know say NATCOM matter the way ACC be the investigator.
No, you say we charge somebody in a court for NATCOM. I assure you say we not ever conclude investigations to NATCOM. In fact, the NATCOM investigations file they done on the table right now. It is under review, and now we say they conclude. In fact, the commissioner of inquiry done before.
So then same matter.
So for say we charge somebody in a court for NATCOM is incorrect.
Hold
because
on,
we have not
Commissioner.
charged anybody.
Then
for
same matter so we ACC they investigate, and the commissions of inquiry also investigate and find them people also wanting, order them for pay back their money there. While according to you, una still they investigate them matter there. So you not think say most people go feel like saying a witch hunting?
No, not a witch hunt. They go always say a witch hunt if they're a witch in the first place. But the other thing we will try for say is that the investigations, for example, NATCOM, the issues them boku, the issues them wide. The aspect of NATCOM we they look into different from the aspect we Commission of Inquiry they look into. For example, we they look at the individual payments that we NATCOM do to various people, from parliamentarians to members of the public to schools. Then they just look no more and say, okay, when I give this man 300 million, when I give this man 200 million, when I give this man 100 million, somebody want travel, when I give her money for do this. And most of them payments then they were made by executive orders that came from State House. So there are issues then we don't look into them. Then different from waiting, for example, the Commission of Inquiry they look into. We try now for synchronize them and come out with a clear position on all the issues involved. It not necessarily means that any illegality done. It not necessarily means that which hunt. In fact, we are being fair to the people them for ensure say we synchronize everything. Make sure say whatsoever we come with is cogent. Whether we charge na court, we charge them to court. Whether we ask for payback, we ask them payback. Whether we say exonerated, he not get nothing for answer, we say not get nothing for answer. But the fact of the matter remains, if even the ACC don't investigate a matter, as long as we don't charge them to court, we get the powers for continue for review that file to the end.
Mr. Commissioner.
Even when we don't charge them to court, we get the power for withdraw them and come back to the commission if we think say new evidence don't come up or new issues that don't arise. And we have been doing it all this while.
All right. So
I don't know why it will be different now that anybody go categorize.
So how about the SALCAB matter?
The SALCAB matter? Which particular one?
Where una be they investigate?
Yeah, we charge people then to court in the SALCAB matter.
So then same people there so we una get for investigate them back?
Because the aspects where the Commission of Inquiry look into different from the one who charge them to court and get conviction for. You remember say the former managing director of SALCAB and some other people them who will find them guilty. We'll be going to court, the court find them guilty and find them, and we also but the issues them where the Commission of Inquiry look into in respect of SALCAB wider, far wider than the narrow issues than they will charge to court.
So now we look at be see the aspects in there.
We see but we be no see Commission of Inquiry they look into it.
You go agree say the Commissions of Inquiry really expose some of the cases them where ACC be they look inside where people are not even aware about.
I don't understand what you mean by
because
expose.
all the cases them with the COI they talk about, where you self na the ACC be done they investigate, where they come up now, you they say na other matter they way wider than waiting ACC be they investigate.
You get for understand. I'd always talk say we will always recognize say there is need for complementarity. Okay? Aspect, for example, the issue will find the former managing director of Salcab culpable for, who charge them to court. Now money we then take directly from Salcab account, channel and through Ministry of Foreign Affairs, withdraw them for their own personal use. Straightforward issue. But the commissions of inquiry be they look at the wider administrative setup of Salcab, how they be they do things, how they be they transact, the processes they will be they follow, and how much losses resulted in the process. So we are saying the same thing, but it not necessarily means say what we do now in the commission of inquiry do, although now in respect of Salcab. So now we they synchronize everything. As long as the aspect where they don't left to we. If the aspect where they not be left to we then talk to the people they for pay, let the people they pay. If they not pay, let them go simply in a court and go appeal against them.
Alright, well, back to this court where you just say president again say person one for appeal, they can go na appeals court. So if person go court, the ACC they still continue for investigate and back.
If you go to court for appeal against aspects of the commission of inquiry findings, and you get a stay of execution, then basically you get a order from court we talks that issue they now under the court in jurisdiction. The ACC no go look into them. The ACC go wait for the outcome of your case and continue after the outcome of your case. But if you're not able to get that order day, then I am sorry, the ACC mandate not subject to any other person in mandate. Not even the courts will subject to the mandate.
So how the ACC they close matter, for example, for make the matter no come up again? Like in the event you don't charge me, will make out of court settlement, I don't pay down. For the other commission I no go come back, he say no, they not be lock that file, they fine. I don't open and back, can't pay back. So how when are the processes for let the ACC close matter on somebody?
The ACC file, particularly when the case not done, either deal with the investigators them or deal with the prosecutions department. They give separate opinions them on the file. So for example, if the concluding opinion or decision was that the person for pay money to the commission, let's say the person for pay 500 million euros and the case will end. After that, the director will be in charge of investigations, will they supervise together with the finance office of the ACC, go confirm in writing to the commissioner, say inside the file for say this person who will be say for pay 500 million don't conclude payment of 500 million. Therefore, I am forwarding the file to the commissioner and recommending closure. When it comes to the commissioner they look at them, check the receipts, check the evidence, look at all the circumstances involved in the case. If there is no outstanding issue in that file, the commissioner they mean it inside this file back to the director and say, director, please proceed to close this file and archive. Once the commissioner doesn't write down the date and sign them, they go back to the director. The director now, the minute inside the file say close, we get record of files they complete and close. He put on they file them to the archivist them, then they go keep an house on side so that tomorrow anybody who want to know what happened with this file, you can go look and vote. The process is very serialized, it's well organized. The minutes, every file get minutes from start to end, so it's easy to know what happened.
So and if you close the matter, no other commissioner no they can open it again.
No. We mostly the principle we get at ACC now that we stand by the decisions of the commission. So we get what we call continuity in public service. But if circumstances arise when a new commissioner come, we ensure say there is an aspect of this investigation where the other commissioner not been get, will not be able to look into, the new commissioner has not time for review the file again. And another, for example, when I go to the ACC, the NACIT file, I meet Joseph Kamara, we don't already take a decision in them, and they were already paying. We will come review the file, but we find out say the circumstances have not changed. Even though the public with the cry say the money is small and everything, we don't ever change anything about them. We make sure say they continue from pay, and I think 5 out of 6 of them we're supposed to pay, or 4 out of 5 of them they all don't complete, and we don't close the file in respect of them.
All right.
So that need to happen. But other files, then for example, if new evidence or new circumstances the way the other commissioner not be able to look into, we'll go now review the file, and if nothing stops we from saying this commissioner not be get this evidence, so now we discharge to court.
All right. Well, we go look at try for look at messages and we don't kind the program. Ibrahim Conte on Facebook say, Ben, if you are saying that the COI is complementing the ACC, don't you think the government is wasting the country's resources, or is it that you guys are not competent enough to run that commission? Ibrahim on Facebook.
This one they say, Francis Ben Karfala, you are inviting other lawyers who have differing views from yours on the interpretation of Section 150 of the Constitution, and you say they should go to the Supreme Court. They have already done so over a year ago, and the Supreme Judiciary has refused to hear it. Is this into an abuse of office for you to investigate?
This message they say Ben Kefala, I hope you'll be able to charge these big guns to courts.
This other one they say, please Radio D, ask Mr. Commissioner what is he going to do in regards of people's name that has been mentioned in the Commission of Inquiries that are still working as public officials. According to the law, when someone's name is mentioned in any corrupt case, the person should be put aside immediately. I also want to know what the ACC is going to do in the institution that have been mentioned by the COI to pay monies misappropriated.
Mr. Commissioner, what is the difference between the jurisdiction of the ACC and that of the COI?
This one they say, Radio D, tell the Commissioner that we should fight corruption from all angles, both past and present. So what is he doing now for the missing rise at the Education Ministry and also several corrupt practices that are in front of him?
Another message, Celia Stoba say, so Mr. Commissioner, will you compensate people whose reputation have been damaged?
More messages, we don't come at the program. This one they say the ACC does not have the jurisdiction to enforce the outcome of a commission of inquiry and consequent adverse findings in the report of commissions that have the High Court status. If the ACC boss disagrees, then let him refer us to the legal authority therein.
Another message we will look at say Ben is very enthusiastic when it comes to officials of the past government, but the 2018 Auditor General's report is gathering dust with no action from the ACC because it concerns officials of the current government.
This one they say, can ACC boss use the same zeal and zest he is investing in circumstances of opposition being accused of corruption to tell us the status of the 50,000 bags of school feeding rice that got missing? Let him confirm whether the matter is ended. Otherwise, what impact is the reinstatement of the minister accused to the matter?
Another message we'll go look at inside the program this morning say, Mr. Commissioner, don't be distracted. Go ahead and prosecute all those found wanting.
This one they say the last year Auditors General report uncover a loss of nearly 150 billion loans. What has the ACC done to recover those missing billions and return them to the people of Sierra Leone?
Thank you, Ben. You made my day. Let them bring back our money. A message from Ibrahim Jakema on Facebook.
More messages, we don't come at the program this morning. This one they say the ACC does not have the legal standing to look into the Auditor General's report of 2018 as it is subject to a motion moved for the said report to be debated in December 2018 when it was laid. Not even the Public Accounts Committee can review it until the motion is disposed of or it be debated. For the ACC to be looking into the document that is constitutionally the property of Parliament as per subsection 5 of section 119 of the Constitution is constitute inconsistencies. Let me remain anonymous, please.
This other message we're going to look at inside the program say Mr. Ben, it's unfair to some people, especially OBCC. I have seen the way OBCC worked in this country for Ebola. Not a single vehicle from government he was using. He was personally using his own vehicle. They went to you and presented all the list of vehicles they handed over to the government of Sierra Leone and the ONS. Why are you now putting his name on the list? Is it that because he is vocal on social media? This Ibado
All right, my final message for me for now, they say, Mr. ACC Commissioner, and collateral damage language is an unfortunate statement from you. Very unfortunate.
All right. Well, Mr. Commissioner, the messages are so many, but we respond to them and then them. Hold on it.
Okay, firstly, Auditor General's report. I think say the people the way they comment on Auditor General's report, not they follow waiting they happen right now, and I advise them for go back and check that we don't pull 3 press releases on the findings of the Auditor General's report. In fact, we go back to 2015, coming to 2016, 2017, 2018. And we comb the issues then through. As I speak with you, people in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, we did in the current system, they pay back money the way they refuse because of issues concerning either they receive money after they picking and over age, whilst then they on foreign post, or they're not being get picking at all. So a lot of investigation is happening. A lot of investigation is happening into issues that have to do with the current government in the Ministry of Finance, for example. Investigations that they happen across the country on 2018 Auditor General's report. So for say we are not looking into Auditor General's report, not correct. The times when the Auditor General's report na be mere opinion don't change. And of course the reports are out there. Even as I speak with you, there is a press release lying on my table for a further update on investigations into the 2018 Auditor General's report, who will be put out within the next few days after thorough editing. So incorrect. The other issues are the legal issues. Then somebody say the issues there. The issues they raise your objections as they go. The time the approach be wrong at that time. The decision was that the commissions of inquiry improperly constituted without rules. The position is that there are rules in the constitution, and the commission of inquiry itself get powers for make rules for itself, and they did. So if you get issues with them at the right time, this now for going to Supreme Court. So let the lawyers them go to the Supreme Court. But me very clear in my mind that the lawyers are wrong. A provision in the constitution that calls for general rules that govern commissions of inquiry across the board cannot be used to tie the hands of a specific commission of inquiry that has been established. Why was it not used in the 2-3 commissions of inquiry that have happened since 1991 to this last one? Why is it now more important now than then?
So
what I am saying is the Bar Association.
What's wrong if you been set up in this now and for better precedents?
Nothing not wrong if it's set up in this now, but again, nothing not wrong if it's not set up in this now as it was not wrong then. So waiting, for example, the Bar Association, which I am a part of, should have done is to do their role. Push the Chief Justice to set up a committee to ensure there is a commissions of inquiry rules established. And that commission of inquiry rules, once it is there, it will now apply to all commission of inquiries. But we still said
the Bar Association we go court for that.
But that is what I am saying. The Bar Association was wrong.
So the person they say now, the judiciary not even look inside the matter if you not consider them as abuse of office.
The judiciary not look
inside the matter where they take na court.
Well, I don't think say because the judiciary not be done assign them, me say they not get for assign them. If we say we take abuse of court action against every time something is not done, maybe now a question of expediency. The Chief Justice they still review the file and someday he go put up before a panel for here. I mean, I cannot determine that, and we not go say now abuse of position. Abuse of position is a criminal. It's a criminal charge. And to hold somebody responsible for a criminal charge, the standard is too high, and people don't go just want for me to do that for every situation that arises.
Somebody asked for updates for the 50,000 bags of rice.
The 50,000 bags of rice? We don't explain. The Attorney General blocked us by saying that we should go by trial by jury because he refused to give trial by judge alone. The Anti-Corruption Commission has never done trial by judge alone, by jury, at all in any corruption case. In fact, trial by jury is not done in any corruption case in Africa. So we review the file in the light of that difficulty, and we are going to come back to the public. So if people they always keep asking about that, and we keep telling them the same thing, it's because maybe they are not understanding what we are saying. But it does not mean that we are abdicating our responsibility of our role.
Maybe we not don't give the information enough for let people understand.
No, but we don't give. Mrs. F, don't care, I don't explain. When, in fact, before even this issue became public, before the matter was taken out of court, I sat there and explained that the Attorney General has written to me a letter to say she will not give trial by judge alone fiat in that file. I said it here 2 weeks before we drew the matter in court. Nobody did anything about it. Nobody held anybody accountable for it. But they came after us when we finally withdrew in the light of that impediment. And as a strategy, when you are fighting corruption, you have to be tactical.
Who do they report to?
Because
as commissioner, who do they report
to the people of Sierra Leone. And I do that. I make once in a while at the come and sit down at this studio because I widely listen to this program and make sure say me self talk to the people of Sierra Leone on pertinent issues that have to do with the fight against corruption. And one of them the rice saga. The rice saga we meet an impediment we will not ever meet in the fight against corruption, and because of that they filed it under advisement. Now a tactical move. A tactical move is very important because at the end by saying this, we now like foresters them, we look after the health of the forest. Okay? One tree get problem. The question will come whether you for cut down that tree for avoid a contagion to all the other trees, or you try for take care of the health of that tree so you not go sick or affect the health of all the other trees. As I speak to una now, I tell una say as a forester, as a commission, the health of the fight against corruption is very good right now. This morning, I tell una say Afrobarometer don't say corruption prevalence don't reduce from 70% in 2017 to 40%.
All right.
So there is a 30% reduction. They can jump there and not ever happen in history. And imagine how this get for work, for investment, for business. The one day when they look at this and say, salon, now the corruption don't reduce so by 30% from 70 to 40%. It not ever happen at the lowest ever. The confidence in the Anti-Corruption Commission, they are 92%. The people that we believe say the work what they do, therefore report to corruption, they are 98%. As Carl don't show up. So we as foresters know say the health of the forest very good. Although we get a challenge or with one or two trees, but we try for men their health so that it don't become a contagion. Thank you very much.
Mr. Commissioner of the Anti-Corruption Commission, Francis Ben Kaifalawe, come at the program this morning, can talk about how the ACC get for investigate people and we they name them, they are the commissions of inquiry and the recommendation they will inside the government's white paper. That's how they end the program. Good morning, Salon for today edition. Michael Sambola and Alex Lawrence Kuma and then produce the program. DJ Ahmad give technical support. Moses Kavora and Franklin Pemagwin and they make una watch we live now Facebook page. Mina Khadija Bangura this day. Have a blessed day.
Well, stay tuned at 12 for we midday show and also at 7 for we national news and throughout the day for more interesting program. Mina Asma James, they wish you a blessed day. Goodbye.
Right, family, stay tuned. All that to get inside with Good Morning Salon program. For which the best out there for you, lovely and care wife, Banana, it's Mouta Mokai. They celebrate your birthday today, and for you, Major M.I. Camara. Happy birthday to you guys out there. We will bring come to you, Salon, and some international news. Stay tuned.